What's up, YouTube? It's me, Liam. I don't know. I have slightly more planned talking points, I guess you'd say, today. No, off a whim. Been kind of just thinking about this since last night. I don't know. I talked about like my addiction a little bit ago. I think in the last video, but probably like a video or two ago or something like that. And I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Like, I don't know what it does to me, what it causes me to act like and do shit for when I am feeling like I want to hit and I want to drink whatnot. And I guess mainly what I want to talk about is just kind of like my personality when it comes to addiction, because it's, I don't know, a weird relationship. I mean, I feel like everyone always has a weird relationship with addiction, no matter if it's food or drugs or alcohol. It's just, or like literally even like collecting stuff or buying stuff or whatever. Everyone's got, not everyone, but a lot of people have some form of addiction here or there. And I don't know. When it comes to me, I don't know, I get tired of kind of what my mind has to offer sometimes, but more so recently it's been a little bit different. For like a while, my addiction was always like, I want to shut my mind up. I don't want to be like thinking as much, as constant, and as like, I don't even know what to say about that. It's just like, I just didn't want to think as much as I do. Because my brain is like always firing. There's always something to think about. There's always something to contemplate. There's always some bullshit to stress about. And it gets tough, you know? At the end of the day, when you want to go to bed and all you can think about is everything that's been happening for your entire life, and it gets kind of annoying. And so I started smoking weed when I was like 15, 16, somewhere around there. It's been like 4 or 5 years, and it helped, you know, for a while on getting my brain to shut up and getting my ability to just relax back. But there's kind of like a teetering point on when it didn't help anymore. And it's not to say that like pot stopped working, but you gain a tolerance to like everything. It doesn't matter what, you gain a tolerance to something. Especially with drugs, eventually you're going to gain a tolerance. If you, like for pot specifically, if you smoke some weed and you stay awake and you kind of push through it, and your body gains a kind of like resilience towards how much you were smoking, and eventually it just kind of builds up and up to the point where it's like you got to smoke a shit ton to get the same experience that you had when you first started smoking just a tiny bit. And I think that's where I get kind of pissed off, is that like it just doesn't work. It's just a form of like escapism. I mean, ultimately it is just a pure and simple, cut and dry form of escapism. I want to escape from whatever bullshit I'm dealing with, so I'm going to smoke some weed and not have to deal with that. I don't really like that too much. And ever since I got back from my trip that I canceled early and have been constantly beating myself up about, I just started drinking. And that ain't any better. That's just 10 times worse for you. Even though I'm in the developmental stages of my brain, still, smoking pot is a little less worse than drinking whiskey every fucking night. And I realized that. And I was talking with one of my coworkers about that after work, and how I should probably just start smoking weed again. But I did start smoking weed again, and it changed nothing. It helps me knock out because I can't stay awake anymore because my tolerance is so low. But it doesn't help. It doesn't change. It doesn't turn whatever problems I had differently. I'm just stoned and pissed off, or I'm stoned and sad, or I'm stoned and depressed. And it's annoying because I don't want to be feeling that way, but these drugs aren't doing anything different for me. So no matter what, I'm just still feeling that way, but intoxicated. Whoop-dee. And last night, I had smoked a joint, like in the mid-afternoon time. I want to say like 4 or 5, somewhere around there. And it didn't help. It didn't make me like calm down. It didn't make me less pissed off. It didn't make me more relaxed. It just made me really fucking tired. But I like wanted to stay awake, and so I just doom scrolled on my phone for 2 hours and then fell asleep in my bed and woke up and went back after. And I think that's the part that just kind of pisses me off a little bit, is that even though I had the ability to just not do that, to just relax and calm down and just take my time, instead I decided, let me smoke weed, let me try, instead of solving my issue on my own without the need of an intoxicant, let me just smoke this intoxicant and proceed to do jack and diddly and waste my day. And it's not to say that, like, I didn't do anything, I didn't try to do anything, I didn't want to do anything. It was just to say that, like, I don't know. I could have done better on my own. I could have done better without the drug. I could have done better without needing whatever it was that I needed. And instead of trying and giving myself the time to actually do that, I kind of jumped the gun. I just did something I didn't want to do just because I thought that it might do something. And it didn't. Didn't do anything for me. It didn't help me. It didn't change my perspective on anything. It just made me lazy. And I don't like being lazy. I don't like doing nothing. I don't like just sitting around playing games and smoking weed all day. And I just couldn't help myself but kind of get pissed off that entire time that I was getting stoned. And while I was getting stoned and just trying to not do anything, I just couldn't help myself but think. Just think and think and think and think. That was what I didn't want to do. And I don't know. I keep kind of repeating myself and saying the same shit in a different way, and I guess what I'm just really trying to get across is that as much as I wanted my addiction to help me, it doesn't, and it never will. And as tough as life is, and as much of a bitch as it can be, I'd rather deal with the harshness of reality than go through some version of escapism that doesn't even actually escape. It just shifts. I don't know. I guess what I wanted to say is just, I keep saying that too, I guess, but I don't know. I want somebody that I can just talk to and be like, hey, life's tough right now. Can I just come over and talk and have a cigarette and just think? I don't really have that person yet. And I think that's where my addiction kind of like gets me a little bit, is I don't have somebody to just kind of go to change my perspective, and instead I just kind of lock myself in an echo chamber of my own thoughts and my own feelings and opinions and kind of just bullshit. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I just need somebody to talk to about how I hate how I'm so addicted to something that doesn't even help. I don't know. Hopefully this helped. I guess we'll see. Anyways, love you guys. Have a good one.